Welcome back to Afternoon Live. Golf. If you're playing well, you love it. If you're not playing well, that might be another story. Our next guest is here today to help you love the game of golf every time by transforming your swing. We welcome the author of the upcoming book, The Intelligent Golf Swing, Professional Golfer Todd Graves. Thanks so much for joining us today.
Hey, thank you for having me.
Tell me about this great space. Where do we find you today?
I am actually in Edmond, Oklahoma. I have a studio here. I built a 6-hole training center, which I'm actually in front of right now outside. So yeah, Edmond, Oklahoma. Weather's actually pretty good here today, so not bad.
We'll take it. Okay, tell me about the book. Why did you decide to take this approach this time around?
Well, a little history. I was an aspiring professional golfer back in the early 90s and had started struggling with my game a little bit. Started trying to figure out, is there a better way to play the game of golf? Started working with the best instructors in the world at the time and actually got worse. So it was tough. It's like today, there's so many different ways that people talk about swinging a golf club. There's so many different theories, quick tips. I was lucky enough to meet a man named Mo Norman, who you saw in that picture. Mo mentored me, but he was autistic, the man in that picture there. He was regarded as the greatest ball striker that's ever played the game, but no one really knew who he was because he was from Canada. He had won a bunch of tournaments in Canada, but never traveled in the United States. But he showed me kind of the secret, what I call it the secret to making the golf swing easier. And that's what I started writing about. I've been doing that now since the early 90s. And then I wrote a book in 2014 called The Single Plane Golf Swing. But then I started taking that information and saying, can I become a better instructor? And I started using AI. And I put all that information to AI because I had learned a lot about the motion of the body. I've been educated in biomechanics and all the complicated stuff that really no one wants to hear about. I put all that into the smartest person in the room, which was AI. And the book kind of happened by accident because as I started giving the book information, it started teaching me back, hey, there's a better way to teach this. There's a better way to communicate this. And pretty soon I had this really great way of expressing an easier way to swing a golf club. And so the book kind of evolved. I sent it to my publisher and he said, this thing's so good, we got to publish it. So I have a book.
I love this cycle. As you're helping people improve their own golf game, you're also working to become a better instructor, and everybody wins that way.
Yeah, and I think one of the problems with golf is that, I don't know if you play golf, but so many people that play golf, when they learn how to play, they do it exactly backwards. Because you run out to the golf course, you grab a club, and you start swinging. Well, you don't learn anything that way. You wouldn't learn to dance that way. You wouldn't say, hey, let's just go dance. Everybody that just goes and dances is not good at dancing, as you know. If I said go out there and learn how to play the piano, you don't just play the piano, you learn how to position your body and position your hands and play notes. And so golf really needs to be structured the same way. It should be taught the same way as we would learn any other thing to build a skill, and we can learn it much faster. And then on top of that, what I teach is the best way to use the body. I talk about getting the swing out of your body. It's already inside of you. Your body is designed in a certain way. We can put it in positions to make it really easy to hit a golf ball, and that's what the book is really all about.
Can you show us a few things, a little step-by-step action here?
Yeah, so that's why I love my studio.
It's so cool.
If you watch golf, generally what you'll see, and this is generally traditional golf, you'll see people that they'll hang their arms below their shoulders like this. And so their arms are hanging down. And the problem with this position, it'll look normal to most people. The problem with this position is you don't impact here. When you swing, you actually impact on a much lifted higher plane. So golf has been taught from a very, they call it the athletic position, but really what science is telling us and what now AI is telling us is there's a much easier way to strike a golf ball. It looks like this. Instead of being down here, you put your hands up here. Now, if you look at that, it's lining up with my arms, but the club is lining up with my arms. This is called a single plane. And now when you watch this, you take the club back, look at that, the club goes back on the same plane, and then it comes down to the exact same plane. So what AI is telling us is that we grip the club here, we set up here instead of down here, and now the body no longer has to lift, it can return to the exact same spot. So we've simplified the motion. And what's interesting is it matches how the body's designed, because if you look at me like this, now I start, this is the starting point, this is the impact point. They're almost exactly the same place. So you start, take it back, and impact on the same place. So that's exactly what this book talks about, is how to simplify the use of the body. Like you're learning how to dance. What's the easiest way to dance? What's the easiest way to use your body to hit a golf ball?
That makes a lot of sense. It must be so fun for you when you're working with somebody and you unlock that aha moment and they just strike the ball out of this world. That must be just the best feeling.
Oh, it's the best thing in the world. That's why I do what I do. I love it. I love seeing people get excited. I don't know what it is about golf, but it's so fun to see that golf ball fly when people start seeing that for the first time or hitting it better than they've ever hit it before. It's really what makes my job really fun. Very fun.
Well, what do you hope people take away from this book? I mean, can a casual golfer really enjoy this one too?
The thing about this book, which I really enjoyed, AI, a lot of people don't use AI as much as I do, but AI is a conversation. So if you ever have, I use AI, I've used it in my company for a long time, asking it questions of how to write stories and tell my story and things like that. Well, I got in a conversation with AI, and so the book became a conversation. So it's almost like you're talking to me, asking me the questions that you would want to ask me, but AI is actually asking those questions. Matter of fact, AI even identified himself, named himself, and created a persona. So it's actually, I'm having a conversation with a person. So when you write a book, you give it to all your friends. You're like, look at this. What do you think about this? And all my constituents said, this thing is, I can't stop reading it because it's like I'm having a conversation. So that's the beautiful thing about it. It's not just hardcore instruction where you have to do this, do this, do this. It's a conversation, and then it guides you through what you need to do to get into a single plane.
Thank you so much for stopping by. It was great talking with you.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Okay, the book again is The Intelligent Golf Swing. We'll have more information on our website at katu.com.